Welcome, everybody, to the Motivate Podcast Show. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Who's climbing with you? Who's climbing with you? Every man faces a choice: stay with the crowd or commit to the climb. The journey becomes a little stronger. Climb the journey to becoming a little stronger in faith, um, better as a leader, better as a father, a husband, a friend. Every man faces a choice to stay the same or become something better. And so today I want to have a quick conversation around the ideal of committed climbers. Let me take you to a scripture that I read, and that's in Matthew chapter 5. I don't know if we have it to bring it up on the screen or not, but these committed climbers, do you have someone that's committed to the climb that you are setting out to do, the climb that you have a desire to make in your life, maybe professionally in the marketplace, or maybe as a husband, maybe just as an individual, as a friend? You are interested in becoming someone or something better, a better version of yourself. Because if you think about it, friend, we owe the people that we love a better version of ourselves. And so let me share a scripture with you. And this is in Matthew chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, that we see where Jesus is having a conversation. And he's about ready to embark on a climb. And so we pick up this conversation that Jesus has in Matthew chapter 5, verse 1. And I read from the Message Bible. And it says, when Jesus saw his ministry drawing huge crowds, he climbed a hillside. And those who were apprenticed to him, the committed, climbed with him. Arriving at a quiet place, he sat down and taught his climbing companions. And this is what he said. This is just Message Bible, chapter 5, verse 1 and 2. But I love this. It says, when Jesus saw his ministry drawing a huge crowd, he said, it's time to climb. What does that mean? He saw his ministry drawing a crowd. Now, one way to look at that is because the crowd was getting so big, he needed to get at a higher place. I look at it this way: because the crowd was getting so big, he had to go to another place. In other words, sometimes in business and or ministry, our business can outgrow our character. And when our ministry and our business outgrows our character, then that's when we start to teeter, and that's when we start to have faults. But Jesus recognized that his ministry was drawing a huge crowd. In other words, it was getting bigger. So he said, I need to go to another level. And that's what this conversation is about tonight, friend. It is, do you see the need to go to another level? And if the answer is yes, that I see the need to go to a different level, that means now I have to identify my climbing companions. Because here's the reality, friend. Not everyone is going to climb with you. Here's a fact, a known fact, that when you are climbing a mountain, the higher the elevation, the thinner the air. The higher the elevation, the thinner the air. You need people that are going to commit to the climb, and they are prepared for the thin air, and they're prepared for the elements and or the opposition that comes with climbing. So today I'm going to give you four things, four signs, four things to look for when you are choosing committed climbers. Not just climbers, because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to say they're for you. You're going to come across people that's going to celebrate you in public, but they're going to talk about you behind the scene. They're going to celebrate you, but they're really just tolerating you. And friend, you want to be in a place, you want to climb to a level where people celebrate you and not just tolerate you. And so there's things that you and I need to do as it relates to this choosing this climb and choosing committed climbers. Number one is we have to look for people who are willing to climb, willingness to climb. Find people who are willing to climb. The climb requires effort, it requires discipline, it requires faith. And so you want to choose men, and I'm saying men, and now you can use this in any capacity. I don't want women to hear this and say I'm not speaking to, or I'm isolating, or I'm ignoring women. But right now, this venue, this platform that I am speaking to, it is for men. So, ladies, don't send the hate mail. Don't DM me. Don't send. I'm letting you know I got you, but right now I'm talking to men. You need to choose committed climber because not everyone is for you to the top. So choose men who are ready to push past their comfort zone. So the first thing, when I make a decision that I owe those who love me, those who I lead in my organization, I owe them a better version of myself. 2025 should be put your name in it version 3.0. Listen, we update our phones, we update our insurance plans. When was the last time you updated your thinking? When was the last time you took an inventory of your emotional intelligence? Can you handle tough times? Can you handle challenging times? Can you handle times when there's low water, no water, um, or some water? How do you respond? So the first thing is we got to look for committed climbers. The second thing is if you're going to climb to elevations and you're going to take a team with you to the top, the second thing is you want to look for people who are teachable. Look for men who are open to correction, eager to gain wisdom, and willing to grow in their faith and leadership. These are climbing companions. These are people that can stand the elements, the elevation, the thinner air at the top. Committed and teachable men for the climb. The third thing you want to look for as you climb and you build a team of committed climbers is that you want to look for brotherhood and support. Jesus had brotherhood because he climbed and then he sat down and he began to teach and share with and impart to his climbing partners, his climbing companions. So I'm encouraging you tonight, friend. Choose those who are that genuinely want to see you succeed in faith, family, and purpose, not just in words, but in action. They genuinely want to see you succeed. They have an investment in your success. And I don't mean a financial investment. I mean they genuinely want to see you succeed. You want to choose men that are committed to the process. Willingness to climb, teachable spirit. The third thing is committed to the process. Surround yourself with men who will show up, and stay accountable and actively engage in the journey. Don't just talk the talk. I want to know if you will walk the walk. Because, friend, in my personal life and in my professional life, I'm in the process of building a team of committed climbers. I am intentionally choosing my crowd. I am intentionally choosing my network, my circle of people that I can connect with that are willing to climb with me up this mountain to newer heights and elevations and success in business and in family and in ministry. The fourth thing is you want to surround yourself with men who are ready to grow. Surround yourself with men who are ready to grow. They're going to push past comfort zones. They're going to push past limits. They're going to eliminate limited thinking. Because again, the higher the elevation, the thinner the air. So you want men who are willing to be uncomfortable. They are comfortable with the idea that they're going to have to be uncomfortable for the journey. They are comfortable with the idea that they have to be uncomfortable for the journey. And they'll stand firm in faith Jesus said in Matthew 19:26 that with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible to them that believe. And so you have a vision, you have a mission statement, you have an organizational chart, you have a dream, you have a desire, you have a goal that you're working toward. And so now you want to go through your Rolodex, you want to go through your files, you want to go through your phone, you want to go through your contact list, and you want to make sure that the people that you're bringing on your team, that they're committed to the climb. 2 weeks ago, I sat down with my wife and I said, "Listen, here's our legacy plan for our family for the next 3 to 5 years. These are things that, as a family, we're going to focus and we're going to lock in. And let's call the kids and let's get all the kids together and say, listen, this is what mom and dad is working on for the next 3 to 5 years, and here's how you can play a part in that." And it's big. I mean, we're looking at purchasing hundreds of acres to establish communities. It's big. We're looking at establishing academies across the U.S. where men and women can come and go and get information, get impartation, that their value can be raised up, that their self-esteem can be raised up, that they are not only are they competent, but they're confident in the marketplace and the ministry. Friend, because here's what I know: time in business, time in ministry doesn't necessarily equal competency in ministry or competency in business. Time in business doesn't mean that you're competent in business. And so we want to provide an environment where competency and confidence share the same space. And so I want to encourage you tonight. Check out your team. Is it a committed team? Are they teachable? Are they willing to put in the work? Are they comfortable with the idea that going with you on this journey means that they're going to be uncomfortable for the journey? Jesus said in Matthew 5, chapter 1 and verse 2, that he looked for committed climbers. And that's what I'm saying to you, friends. So I hope you found value in this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, listen, comment below. We would love to have a dialogue. We would love to have a conversation as relates to being a committed climber and what that means. I'm Rich, the Motivate Podcast Show. And the Motivate Podcast Show, we always say less, but we definitely